So this is going to be quick, but Aaron Smith Levin did a video on narcissism. I like to deep dive psychology, so it piqued my interest, especially with my history being what it is. So, CPTSD is complex post traumatic stress disorder. It basically occurs when someone has gone through immense trauma for a long period of time. Hence, Scientology. You go through abuse from years and years and for years and years and years, extreme abuse, and you got to deal with it somehow. PTSD is unlike CPTSD. It's after experiencing or witnessing a traumatic event, singular, or a few singular traumatic events. Narcissistic personality disorder is a mental health condition characterized by pervasive pattern of grandiosity and need for admiration and a lack of empathy. Now, when I was doing my research, there is such a thing called trauma-associated narcissism. Basically, after dealing with all this, and you have to think in Scientology, who's the biggest narcissist? David Miscavige. You're being abused by a narcissist in Scientology, so it's learned behavior at this rate. So because they never felt important before, they want to feel important. They need the attention and admiration of others. And they have difficulty with empathy, and they are very well known to exploit, manipulate relationships for personal gain, and they have a lack of remorse, and they're very hurtful, and they guilt you. I know from experience with my divorce that narcissists, especially when it comes to trauma-associated narcissism, they want to flip the script on you. They don't want to be wrong. They want to... If you say that something they did hurt you, they're going to list 20 other things that you may or may not have done to them, or in general that you did wrong or could have done wrong, that has nothing to do with the person you talked about. Because they want the heat off them. They don't want to be wrong. So, in turn, it's a constant cycle. When it comes to the former Scientologist community, the streamers, protesters, content creators, none of them are innocent. I'll be straight up. Everyone has those traits because they were abused by a narcissist for so many years. Highly abused by a narcissist. It's a learned behavior. Also with CPTSD, it's one of those, when it comes to relationships, friendship or otherwise, you either become abused again because you're going back to what you know, or you become the abuser. That's just kind of how it works. That's how it was with me. My ex-husband, he was very much abused growing up, and he ended up becoming an abuser himself. Like I said, when it comes to the former Scientology community, nobody's innocent. Honestly. But it's something you have to work through with therapy. And not all therapists are created equal. You have the ones that actually want to help, and you have the ones that just want a paycheck. They know insurance is going to pay them. And if they know you're making videos and making money, they know you're going to pay them. And it's about finding the right therapist to help. Now, I'm not saying any one individual person is bad or worse than the other or anything like that. Everyone's going to have everybody with that condition, they're going to have their good days and they're going to have their spiral points. Some are spiraling. Some are trying to improve themselves, hopefully, and are working through their issues. But it takes time. This is something I've reiterated before, is that no one comes out of this unscathed. They've been through hell. All of them have. And it's about them learning how to cope and how to deprogram. None of these former Scientologists are fully deprogrammed. There's a lot of damage and a lot of work that's got to be done. But that's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with needing to work on yourself. Whether it be through a friend to talk to that you trust will, call you out on your shit, or actual therapy. Everyone has their own way that they're going to work through it, and they just got to find that way. Now, I know this is quicker than I like it to be. I will probably go deeper into it at another time. But my fiance is coming home and I got to make dinner. But, and again, like I said before, please tell me what else y'all want to see, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright, I love y'all. Have a good one.